I know you probably my voice. However, the commentators for the Formula 4 division are not going to be available tonight, so I will be in charge for communicating this race to your ears. Joining you from the commentary box, I'm Salim Haddad. We are tonight in Singapore, and this is Formula 4 in PSGL. Some of the drivers have started to leave the pits. We have 16 minutes left. This is Latus, JR Latus, going out on a hot lap. So I usually commentate the Formula 10 division, which took place yesterday, and it was an eventful race. It had a lot of dynamic weather conditions, so it was pretty fun to commentate on. And the race was extreme. As I remember, only six or seven drivers were able to finish the race due to the severity of the weather conditions. So anything goes in Singapore with 15 minutes to go. Only 6 drivers are out at the moment. Hello to the viewers. Hello to the returning viewers. How's everyone doing? So, as I was saying a couple of minutes ago, I know you're probably not used to hearing my voice. I don't usually commentate the Formula 4. I am in the Formula 10 division. However, the Formula 4 commentators are not going to be able to cover, so that's why I am in charge tonight. And I hope that you will enjoy my voice. Lattice is on a hot lap. We are going to be on board with him. I'm just trying to and this is Tido, or Tedo. His lap, unfortunately, has been ruined. Same thing for Latus. He's going to be going for another one. I don't know why, unfortunately, I'm not able to find the stream. Even though it says that I'm streaming. Where am I streaming? Okay, hello to Pedro Rafale, a second win in a row for Morard. French army is back. I'm enjoying from France, no problem. Pedro La Rafale, alors tu es français. And we have George Morgan. Ooh, it's an honor to have you here, sir. Good evening, George. How's it going? Still not, I don't know why I'm not able to find the stream on YouTube. Well, as I was saying a couple of minutes ago, usually, of course, you're not going to be used to my voice, since I usually commentate the Formula 10 division, and I commentate a few other sim racing leagues. However, the Formula 4 comms are not going to be able to make it tonight, so I will be the temp. I will be their replacement. And till now, 12 minutes to go, it's only Jabarka who was able to get a 137.7. This is going to be the benchmark for the other drivers. They're going to have to beat that lap time. We have a yellow flag. I'm good, man. Stream will be on the PSGL channel, man. Where am I streaming? Uh, what did y'all think of Imola? The Mapo is asking. Well, Imola. I think Charles Leclerc made a rookie mistake. He went too deep on the sausage curb, and it cost him some time. However, we have another bizarre observation: is that the Ferrari is a tire-eating machine, which might be a bit scary for the tifosi. They're gonna head into. Okay, now I can find my stream. Thankfully, thank God. Okay. Yeah, Pedro. Yeah, Pedro. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. It cuts the stream, but I was trying to find the stream, and now I was able to find it. Yeah, sorry for that. So it's Slimbo who was able to beat Jabarka. It's a 137.6. Alors, Pedro La Rafale, tu es français? I am currently on board with Daniel, 28, of CPI. It's a well-known esport team. He's heading now into Sector 2. Entering the second DRS zone. Going into the third sector, and it's a purple Sector 2 for Daniel. Mostly impressive. Très agréable que tu parles français. Merci, mec. Je suis libanais. C'est un pays francophone. I don't really watch high-level Formula 1 esports, so I'm excited to see how it goes. Okay, the map L3. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you will enjoy it. Ooh, unfortunately, Daniel's lap was invalidated. That's very unfortunate for him. Well, the map pool 3. I can tell you something about. I will do. Listen. Okay, please remind me. I will say that in a second. I need to share the link to somewhere specific, so the others can be able to watch it. And I will tell you a few things about esports and how it goes. So only 2 drivers were able to get a valid lap. It's surprising with 8 minutes to go. All of the other drivers are crossing track limits. It's a purple Sector 1 for Gustav right now, who's heading into Sector 2. A purple Sector 2 for Gustav as he heads into the third sector. Short shifting. It's a very efficient way. You're going on slow speed corners. Short shifting. Oh, he made contact with the wall. I think he lost some time here, and the Red Bull moves out of the way. Across the finish line, and it's a provisional pole position. It's a 135.6 from Gustav, and he goes straight. Fascinating. However, his lap time could have been slightly faster if he hasn't made contact to the wall. So I will be back. I will tell you about how it goes in the esports. Well, usually in Formula 1, there's only one esport level thing. or there's only one official esport sport where you get paid for doing that thing, and it's the official Formula 1 esport. It's very difficult to get there. It requires you a specific, like, you need to train on a daily basis for a specific amount of time. You need to have a specific food diet. It's a bit tiring to get into the esports. However, on the other hand, you have a lot of leagues that have esport level drivers, but do not offer the same pressure or the same probably pressure and reward that you can find in the official Formula 1 esports. PSGL is one of those leagues where you can find esport level drivers. And PSGL is classified into 15 divisions, and that's Noah Jones with a 135.3 and on the medium tires. How fascinating is this? 5 minutes to go. Where are the drivers? Where are the drivers? Most of them are in the pits. The others have invalidated lap times. This is Simbalix going back to the pits. What is going on? What is going on? Nobody wants, well, invalidated lap by JR Latus. Firefox. It's meant to be Maple, but I could get it with an E. Okay. And we have Leo Bonemain supporting Alex Morard. It's Just Brian. Hello, Just Brian. Pedro Larafal saying, let's go, Alex Morard, the Frenchman. So we have a French army in the chats. And Firefox crosses the finish line, getting a 135.4. Alex Morard has provisional pole position, a 135.3. Maxence Leroux supporting Forza TRD on mediums. Yes, indeed he did. Indeed he did. It is a stunning time on the mediums. But I'm fascinated and I'm wondering, what are the other drivers doing? Most of the drivers are in the pits. Some of the drivers have invalidated lap times. It's only Nawarp, QRT Nawarp, who has an invalidated lap time, while the other drivers are on their out lap. Leo is asking me, you speak French a lot? Le français, c'est ma seconde langue. It's my second language. So far, 3 minutes to go. Only 7 drivers were able to set their lap times. And those lap times vary from the 135.3 to the 137.7. Luca of IFR going for a hot lap. Si on écrit des conneries, il les lira pas comme ça, lol. Ok, Léo, pas de problème. It's a purple sector 1 for Luca of the Alpine. Let's try to steal his braking points and his turning points as he heads into the second sector. It's a very tricky one. Has a lot of slow speed corners. Now this is the slowest corner of the whole track, heading into the second DRS zone, enabling DRS. Goes down to third gear. Into the third sector now. Now he's gonna enter the DRS detection zone. Whoa, be careful, the track limits. Clean racing line. Across the finish line. And where is that? It's gonna be at 135.6. He lost some time, only 3/10 from pole position. And Pedro is saying, Alex Morin wins last race. You mean won last race. We hope 2 in a row. He's really a cool host for tonight. We are lucky with you from Liban. Thank you, man. Thank you. I'm very humble and honored to listen to see that out. Thank you. So far, time is running out. 30 seconds left, and only 11 drivers were able to set their lap times. What is going to happen in Singapore? Well, as I was telling you a couple of minutes earlier, I was able to, well, in fact, I am the commentator for the Formula 10 division, and during the Formula 10 race, we have seen a lot of change of events. And this is TRD Nando with a 148.7. It's slightly off pace. It was crazy. The weather was crazy. It was purely dynamic, and it's Gustav with a 135.2. Less than a tenth faster than Alex Morar. So, yesterday during the Formula 10 race, it was pouring rain. The track was filled with puddles. It was difficult to drive even with the intermediates, so the drivers were forced to go on the wets. And then the track was drying, so a quick change of events. It was a super dynamic race yesterday. And I hope, well, I don't want to say that I hope to see a wet race today, but I hope to see an exciting race today. That will probably be the best wish for the drivers and the viewers, because as much as the drivers enjoy it, the viewers do as well. And it's Noah Jones with 135.0, 2/10 faster than Gustav. While I am on board with RS8. Time is running up. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. I will take a look at the chats in a bit. Sorry for my English. No worries, Pedro. No worries. The fact that you speak another language aside from your home language, it's great. And RS8 gets 135.3. Leo. Yes, Leo. This track has a high risk of rain. Finished his lap. The lap time to beat is a 135.7.047. Is anyone going to be able to beat that? Doesn't seem like it. Time is running up. Well, if we're gonna have rain, it's gonna be very difficult, and this game is gonna change from Formula 1 to Battle Royale. Because a lot of people are gonna crash in difficult conditions. I mean, it's a street circuit, and with extreme conditions, left alone that it's a street circuit, it's gonna be hard, and crashes are gonna be something natural. So, ladies and gents, this is it for tonight's qualifying session. It's Noah Jones on pole position with a 145.0. In second place, it's Gustav. Alex Morar in third. Ares in fourth. Tedo. Leitus. Firefox. Jabarka. In ninth place, Slimbo. Luca. LRB. QRT Nawarp. Symbolix. Terror Racer. Nando. Joey GA Games, and another Dutch one. So, ladies and gents, this is a sentence that I always use during my streams. I'd like to tell you something that now you have enough time to run to your kitchen and grab yourselves your favorite snacks and drinks because, well, uh, experts say that whenever you watch something while eating food, it's gonna be 10 times more enjoyable. So I highly recommend you to grab your snacks and drinks. And if you're on a diet, don't worry. Could be some cucumber with carrots and broccoli and some diet Pepsi, anything, because it's gonna be a hella exciting race in Singapore. 20 seconds to go for the formation lap. Yes, Julius, or Julius if you're Dutch or German. This is a 50% distance. And hello to Maxence Leroux. It's time to lunch here and you're making us hungry. It's going to be very interesting to see the strategies. The top 10 drivers are going to start on the mediums, while the from 11th till 16th are going to start on the hards. Well, it makes a lot of sense because, come to think of it, if you have a good qualifying position, you're going to need to be fast first to stay in the lead. And if you're in a late qualifying position, you need to start on the harder compound so that you can switch on to the softer compound when your fuel tank is lighter. That way your car is going to be double as fast as the start, and it's going to help you make up a lot of positions at the end of the race. So basic strategies and math and statistics. Yes, Leo, I commentate alone. I also commentate in a few other leagues. You can find my Twitter in the description. Yes, there is no way for the soft tires on this track. It's a high braking circuit. Requires a lot of pressure. Merci Pedro, merci beaucoup. I will follow back. Don't worry. Ladies and gents. The cars are now lining up. And the lights are gonna turn red. The lights should turn red. The lights will turn red. The lights are turning red now. Because once they go off, it's go for the Singapore Grand Prix. It's an excellent start from Jones, who keeps in first place. Whoa, we see some spinning and we see some collision. And what has happened there? Someone is falling behind. We have a yellow flag in Sector 1. Seems that this is Latus. Latus has lost some positions, unfortunately, and the race goes on. It's green flag. It's Noah Jones leading the race, only 6 tenths behind, followed by Gustav. In third place, it's Alex Morar, followed by Ares, Tedo, Jabarka, only 2 tenths behind, and Slimbo just overtook Firefox, taking the 8th place. And we have another yellow flag. What is this? Who is this? It's Daniel. And Joey Joey T Games is in 15th now. So it's going to be slightly difficult to make any overtaking moves in the first 3 laps because the DRS is still disabled. Of course, the DRS gives you a tiny little push, helps you complete your overtaking move. Purple Sector 1 for Noah Jones is being chased by Gustav, followed by Alex Morar, the Frenchman, followed by Ares, Tedo, Jabarka, Luca, Slimbo, Firefox, my favorite browser, Nawort, LRB, Martin, Simbalix, Nando, followed by Joey, Terror Racer, Latus, and Daniel. Daniel is now 2 seconds behind. I think he probably has some damage. And Noah Jones just achieved the fastest lap of this track. I'm gonna take a look at Martin. Martin is very close, only 2/10 behind LRB. You might see some overtaking action on the next DRS zone. Despite the fact that DRS has not been enabled yet, the drivers are free to use the ERS, the energy deployment. As you can see, FBR Martin had a better exit. Martin goes side by side with LRB 05, and it's going to be an easy one for Martin. Nicely done, Martin. Well done. And we can see also Luca, only 3/10. It's the battle for P7. Luca is now down to 2/10, 4/10 behind Slimbo. Well, it's obvious that he's applying pressure. Ooh, that's a small mistake from Luca. And now they head into the long straight. It's not the longest, but it can help. He's trying to benefit from slipstream. He could have used ERS on this spot. And the race goes on. So as soon as Noah Jones crosses the starting line and starts the 3rd lap, the DRS is going to be enabled, and we are going to be seeing a lot of overtaking moves on the main straights. Noah Jones with, and no, it's Ares with the fastest lap of 1:40.0. Noah Jones with a 7/10 lead behind him. Keep your eyes peeled for the drivers who are very close to each other. This is FDR Martin. I'm sure Martin is going to use the DRS as we head into the first DRS zone. Martin and Nawarp. Martin has just completed a purple sector 1. Nicely done, Martin. Ooh, very close to Nawarp. Almost made contact with him. In P14 we can find Nando, who is only 3/10 behind. And you can see a train of cars is starting to form behind LRB, who is currently in 12th place. DRS has been enabled. LRB is trying to weave around to try to break the slipstream. He cannot do that too often. He's being followed by a teammate in his Haas. I don't know if they are going to be having team orders. They are very close to each other. Now we might see some action on the first sector. Again, I'm currently on board with Nando. The DRS has been enabled. It's too close yet too far. Nothing goes. Race goes on. The leader is still Noah Jones. He's still being constantly followed by Gustav, who's still being followed by Alex Morar, the Frenchman. You can see his blue helmet. It's a nice design representing France. Allez les Bleus. In 4th place we can find Ares, followed by Tedo. Jabarka, Slimbo, only half a second behind. We have a yellow flag. We have a yellow flag in sector 2. Is this I don't know if this is latest. It seems it's a green car. It's the car of Martin. Martin has lost his nose. Who's got Martin's nose? He's gonna be forced to go back to the pits and change his front wing, unfortunately, and this is gonna cost him some time, unless a safety car would show up and fix his strategy. He's gonna be forced to alter his strategy. We can see Latest locking up slightly. And it's a the oversteer. Nice save by Daniel. Now heading into the main straight. Is it going to be enough for an overtaking move? Is it going to be enough? Not enough. This is not enough. And in the lead of the race, we have a yellow flag. So Martin is retiring from the session. That's sad for him and for his supporters. What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? It's still slightly difficult to make any overtaking moves. You need to be half a second behind the car and have DRS and ERS at the same time to be able to perform well, as they say, a foolproof overtake move. And you would need to have a perfect exit, so you could carry on with the speed. Going into the slowest turning point. A train of cars going on a main straight. No one is taking the initiative. Sometimes in life you need to take risks if you want to achieve big things. Wow, Daniel almost made contact with Latest. However, I would like to compliment Daniel for having good. Sorry, that's the commentator's curse. Unfortunately, Daniel made contact with the wall, and now he's going back to the pits. I was gonna say he has nice reflection. I didn't mean to give him the commentator's curse. That's unfortunate. Now moving back to the lead of the race. It's still Noah Jones leading. 4/10 behind. We can find still Gustav. Theo is saying good race. Emeric de Barret is saying Alex Morard. Seems Alex Morard is a popular driver. May I ask you, French gentlemen, from which league are you? You and Alex Morard. Even though his name sounds a bit Spanish. And we have, what do we have in P14 and P15? Latus was able to make a move up to P14. And the same thing for Nando. Nando! Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! Holy cannoli! Holy cannoli! Nando was trying to make an overtaking move. However, he made contact with the Haas, and he lost his wheel, and now he was sent to the shadow realm. I think this is gonna push a safety car. It's full course yellow, and now, when the strategies take place, I think the safety car is gonna benefit Daniel the most. He's gonna gain a lot of positions now. Full course yellow, full course yellow. So for the next 2 laps, Noah Jones will be following the safety car, and all of the other drivers are gonna be following it as well. So no overtaking. The safety car comes in handy whenever you wanna pit or you want to change your strategy, because it saves you big time. It saves you a lot of time. And we can see some of the drivers are going to the pits. And the drivers who have started on the hards have moved to the mediums. I usually ask questions to my viewers during the safety car phase because you know the safety car is gonna be boring, and you need to keep your audience entertained. So here's a question that I would like to ask you. As you know, last year Carlos Sainz beat Charles Leclerc in the last Formula One season. And Carlos Sainz demonstrated that he was on a high level. However, this year he is failing to do so. He is cracking under pressure, it seems. Why do you think so? Why do you think that he's making a lot of mistakes? What are your thoughts on this matter? Personally, I do believe that could be he has been unlucky a few races, and we are still in the beginning of the season. Could be that the setup is difficult, and could be that it's a lot of pressure to handle whenever you are driving a championship-winning car. So, what are your thoughts? Pedro is saying nous sommes de la CFFR. Est-ce qu'il y a pour cette ligue? Hello, you're the Feinster. Thanks, man. Thank you. Merci, Pedro. Okay, so Yordi thinks too much pressure on Sainz. Pedro is saying Sainz, he seems to be so much under pressure and maybe just pressure from himself. Yordi is saying first real top team for him. A lot of pression and is a lot unlucky. Yes, too much pressure it seems. Like he want to do perfect things. Oui, c'est une ligue française avec des gars simulation. Ok, est-ce qu'il y a un compte où je peux suivre cette ligue? Si on veut faire une collaboration ou... sur Instagram, en YouTube, ok. Yordi, be nice to the French. Okay. And we have Alcin saying vive la CFFR, vive Alex Morar. Wow, it seems Alex Morar is a popular guy. And JR Lattis just received a 3-second time penalty. How could you receive a penalty behind the safety car? Come on. So, ladies and gents, the safety car is going to be in this lap. You know what that means? It's going to be Noah Jones controlling the queue. And as soon as Noah Jones crosses the starting line, the flags are going to go green, the cars are going to go vroom, and we are going to be resuming racing. And he's going to be trying to do the best. It's an excellent restart from Alex Morar, going side by side with Gustave, who's going to come on top. Alex Morar sends it to the inside. A wonderful move from the Frenchman, moving up to P2, and we have a yellow flag. Simbalix has retired from the race. We're going to have some overtaking as the AlphaTauri of Gustave tries to weave around to fend off the McLaren of Tedo. Going back to P13. Lattis just made up one position on Daniel. They're still going side by side. Daniel around the outside. That's a wonderful move, Daniel. Nicely done. Takes his position back. So it's going to be slightly difficult to overtake in the next two laps because the DRS is still going to be disabled because of the safety car. It's going to be up to the power of ERS. Je m'appelle Fricandel. No, you're already. Fricandel is a food. Firefox, my favorite browser, going side by side with Nawarp. That's a wonderful, superb late braking move by Firefox, taking the 9th position. You need to be courageous sometimes in life. You need to take risks if you want to achieve big things. Now there's a 1.2 second gap between Alex Morar and the leader, Noah Jones. Leo is saying Alex is a 3-time champion in CFFR. Terror Racer in P11 was able to make up 1 position. And behind him we can find Daniel and LRB still going side by side. Daniel takes the advantage and taking that 12th position. Still no DRS. You can see the Red Bull and Latus. Latus trying to block the Red Bull. Latus tries to move, sends it to the inside. He successfully overtakes LRB, and now LRB is last, side by side with Joey. Joey, that was a very tight one. Nicely done from Joey. Moves up to P14. And Alex Morar was able to catch up to Noah Jones. Now he's only 7/10 behind him. That's very close. Maxence is saying, Allez Alex, vamos. Alexander Morar, very popular driver, maybe because he's cute with curly blonde hair. No, he's just too strong. This is Jabarka, only 1/10 behind Slimbo. Well, we are very thankful for the safety car because it gave us a lot of action and it brought the drivers closer together. And taking a look at Alex Morar. Alex Morar is only 3/10 behind the leader, Noah Jones. Down to 2/10. It might be up to the next DRS zone, which is only 1 corner away. Noah Jones and Alex Morar. That's a perfect exit from Alex Morar. He enables DRS. He enables DRS. He moves. He moves to the side. It's gonna be a tight one. Nicely done from Alex Morar. He is now leading the race in PSGL Formula 4. Awesome stuff from the Frenchman. Vive la France, if that's what my what the supporters are saying in the chat. Noah Jones had pole position, now he's second. In 3rd place, Ares, only 3/10 behind. Gustav, 4/10 behind him, followed by Tedo, Jabarka, Slimbo. Firefox is only 4/10 behind. Luca. And Firefox is very close to Slimbo. Firefox with the DRS, Slimbo defending. Firefox going for the switchback. Nicely done, he had the better exit, he's still wheel to wheel. Some argy-bargy as Firefox takes the 7th place. Wonderfully done. Now I will move with the other drivers. Slimbo. Luca in 9th place, now Warp, followed by Terror Racer. In 12th place we can find Joey, followed by Daniel. And 14th, Latus. Last but not least, LRB 05. 3 drivers unfortunately were not able to complete the race. The list might increase soon. Jabarka going side by side with the McLaren. Jabarka successfully takes the 5th place. And Alex Morar was able to build a 1.9 second gap between him and Noah Jones. And a train of cars has started to form behind Noah Jones. What has happened to him? Jabarka using the RS, going side by side with the AlphaTauri driver. Same thing with RS. RS sends it to the inside, taking the 2nd place, goes off track, rejoin, and oh, the Alpine and the AlphaTauri made contact, and oh, it was nice avoiding this contact. In 11th place, Joey. In a train of cars. I'm gonna take a look at the chats. I know I'm falling behind, but there's so much action happening. He was going for the switchback, but it was difficult to pull it over. Whoa! The Ferrari of Nawarp and Luca, they made contact. He lost so many positions. He was like they vanished. They vanished right in front of the screen. Luca has lost his front wing, and now he's going to be forced to go to the pits and undergo nose change. The train of cars behind Noah Jones. Why is Noah Jones struggling? Only 11 laps on the mediums. He had pole position. The Jabarka with DRS. The Jabarka hesitates. What an overtake from the track. Calme, c'est him nous comprend. Yours, you realize he was watching on mobile data. Wow, too bad for you. Gustav sends it around the outside with Jones. Jones tries to defend it. They made some contact. Gustav off track makes the move. I don't know if this is legal. And now the Alpine is being squeezed by Firefox, my favorite browser. Where is Firefox? Still behind the Alpine of Jabarka. Joey was able to overtake Slimbo. Noah has broken front wing. That's why apparently he's struggling. Jabarka sends it to the inside of Noah. Noah goes for the switchback. They made some contact, and Noah keeps the 4th place. If Noah has front, Firefox makes contact with Jabarka. That was unnecessary. If Noah really has front wing damage and he's still fighting for the top positions, then he's a legend. That's overtaking is difficult on tracks like these. Jabarka sends it to the inside, overtaking Noah Jones. And now Alex Morar is sitting comfortably in 1st place with a 2.3 second gap lead to Ares, who is the closest driver behind him. And on the DRS zone, on the first DRS zone, Firefox going side by side with Noah Jones. That was a friendly nudge from Noah Jones. Alex very late on the brakes, and he boxes it. He bottles it. Joey just overtook Tedo. And Daniels was able to overtake Letters. We can still find a train of cars forming behind Jabarka. Currently on board with Joey. Joey had a better exit than Noah Jones. Joey's gonna enable DRS now. Joey goes side by side with Noah Jones, and whoa! Did you see that? Did you see that? It's raining. It's raining. Yes, this is rain. Are you seeing this? Rain, rain, go away. Go to live another day. That's how they say, I think. Or rain, rain, go to Spain. Little Harry wants to play. We have a yellow flag. Terror Racer. Terror Racer. Not so terror after making contact. And poor Noah Jones. I think this came in handy for Noah Jones. And oh no! Oh no! It's gonna be a double stop for the Ferrari. For the Mercedes, I mean. A double stop. Daniel has to wait all of this time. Ah, that is gonna be frustrating for him. But I think the rain was sent from heaven to Noah Jones because he needed to pit. He had a broken nose, and that was a gift from the heavens of Singapore to Noah. Because now all of the other drivers are going to be forced to go back to the pits. Very difficult to drive with slicks on wet conditions. We know what happened to Lando Norris in Sochi, Russia. Gustav very slow, not able to control his car. You can see Jabarka catching up to him big time. Jabarka and Gustav closing it. Jabarka trying to go for the switchback. Gustav had some wheel spin. Jabarka has DRS. Well, DRS is pretty dangerous now. Jabarka around the outside. Still side by side. Some wheel spin. And whoa, 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 whoa. Firefox spins. Firefox is refreshing now. Yes, the DRS has been disabled for the safety of the drivers. It's going to be very dangerous if they had the DRS still on. And yes, it's a pit stop. All of the drivers go to the pits. Alex Morar, who has the lead, goes to the pits. Same thing for all of the drivers. It's gonna be a big pain for the drivers for the teams who have to do a double stop, like the Red Bull. Wow, that was a superb double stop by the Red Bull. Kudos to them, and Cookie them as well. This McLaren had to wait slightly. And who's gonna come on top? It's still Alex Morar is still leading the race, but where is Noah Jones? Where is Noah Jones? He lost some time here. He lost some time. He is in 12. And who he's gonna be racing at the exit? Going around the outside with Firefox. Nicely done for Noah Jones. Noah Jones, of course, he has heat to his tires. He has the advantage. Firefox is on cold tires. It's gonna be difficult for him. Same thing for LRB, who is on fresh tires. You can see him struggling. Oh, Noah Jones too aggressive on the throttle. Pedro going to watch the end on replay. Sorry. No worries. No, don't be sorry. Do whatever works out for you. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure meeting you, Pedro La Rafale. You can find my Twitter account in the description. Follow me. I will give you a follow back, and that way we can connect. Noah Jones is now half a second behind LRB. Peut-être on peut faire une collaboration avec votre ligue parce que j'ai une ligue. Noah Jones. 4/10 is catching up to LRB. Overtaking now is going to be twice as difficult as it was. That's something very obvious. RS is catching up to Alex Morar. The gap was 2 seconds. Now it's down to 1.5 seconds. In 5th place, Joey. He's only 4/10 behind Gustav. Now it's down to 3/10. Franky's now. Est-ce que tu connais son compte Twitter? Léo? RS is catching up big time. It's like half a second per lap to Alex Morar. Now it's down to 1.1 second. RS is doing great on the wets. And Joey is catching up to Gustav. Very careful on the throttle because you don't want to spin. Now Ares is less than a second behind Alex Morar. Ares is running very fast, and he's gonna start to apply the pressure on the Frenchman who is leading the race. He's now 4/10 behind Alex Morar. Alex Morar is struggling a lot on the wets. What is happening to him? 2/10. I'm currently on board with RS. We are now on lap 18. And an eventful race so far. Race started on the dries. Now it's on the intermediates. The weather is changing like a woman's mood. Potier. Joey going side by side with Gustav. I don't know if they made contact. Joey is now 4th place. Okay. As you can see, the rain is increasing a lot. I don't know if the intermediates are still gonna be the option. The drivers might be forced to jump on to the full wets if we start to see puddles around the circuit. Currently on board still with Ares. Ares constantly chasing Alex Morar. Alex Morar had a better exit on this corner. Francis, non. C'est où le lien de votre ligue? Half a second. Lap 19. And the French army in the chat is all supporting Alex Morar. You know, it's usually funny because in the world of Formula 1, in a stream, on TV, in the grandstands, it's always Dutch supporters. It's always people in orange supporting Max Verstappen. I think that's a revolution. I think Max Verstappen deserves a praise for creating a revolution in the Dutch kids, because they all grow up seeing Max Verstappen as a hero, as a Formula 1 champion. They all want to become like him. They all start to enter through the esports or try to go through karting and through driving school or piloting school. In French we call it École de Pilotage. And this is good. And based on this, we are gonna have a lot of Dutch drivers in the world of motorsports. And what just happened? It's the Ferrari of Nawarp. Nawarp is out of the race. Nawarp has just retired from the race. He retired inside the pits. I don't know why this is causing a yellow flag. Joey is now only 2/10 behind Jabarka. Well, as I was saying, that Dutch people are taking over the motorsport industry. That's very good to them. And if you think about it, last year it was a Dutch driver who won the Formula 1 World Championship, the Formula E World Championship, the Formula 1 Esports World Championship, and the IndyCar World Championship. All of these were won by Dutch drivers, so that's a revolution for the Netherlands. That's very good for them. Jabarka Still trying to defend himself from the attacks of Joey. Alex Morar is now comfortable, constantly trying to defend himself from RS. Ladies and gents, we are now in lap 20, and here's a brief summary of what has been happening for the past 20 laps. It's Alex Morar, the Frenchman, leading the race in PSGL Formula 4. In second place, RS, followed by Jabarka. In fourth place, Joey, followed by Gustave. In sixth, Latus. Tedo in seventh. LRB in eighth. Noah Jones, who had pole position, is now in ninth. Firefox in 10th. Slimbo 11th. Terror Racer in 12th. In 13th, we find Daniel. Last but not least, it's Luca, and unfortunately Daniel has lost his front wing and understeer. So when you lose your front wing, your car is going to understeer. It's going to be very difficult for you to take corners at high speed. It's very unfortunate for him. Well, he was very composed throughout this race, but this is unfortunate now. And he's struggling to go to the pits. Is he gonna change his front wing? Yes, he is. Oh no, he retired! Daniel has retired. 13 drivers remaining, and he was going on the full wets. Joey going side by side with Jabarka of the Alpine. Joey has the inside advantage. They're still side by side. Could go anywhere as we head into the second DRS zone. Now Jabarka has the inside. Who's going to be the one to break the ladder? It's Jabarka. But Joey's still there. Joey's still keeping the hopes alive. Joey and Jabarka. Joey around the outside. He bottles it. Nicely done from Joey, taking the third place. It's going to be a double podium for Red Bull if things stay the way they are. And Alex Morar was able to build a 1.8 second lead to a second driver. Mec, tu peux pas envoyer tes liens sur le chat YouTube. And Alex Morar goes to the pits. It's unexpected. It's unexpected. He goes on full wets. Alex Morar goes on full wets. Same thing for Joey, Gustave, Tedo, Firefox. Same thing for Terror Racer. As you can see, ladies and gents, puddles are forming on the circuit, and it's very difficult to drive with the intermediates on. Alex Morar is a big brain for taking the initiative to go to the pits and change on the full wets. Now, these drivers are going to be struggling. Those who stayed out on the intermediates. As you can see, RS is being superbly careful. He's spinning slightly. He has a lot of wheel spin. Puddles are all over the circuit. It's very difficult. Yes, yes, Jordi. Yeah, that engine didn't sound good. And Alex Morar was able to overtake Noah Jones. Noah Jones goes straight to the wall. Very unlucky today. Very unlucky today. Gets overtaken by Joey as well. Alex Morar very composed. As you can see, only one lap. In only one lap, Alex Morar is now able to catch up to the drivers who stayed out on the inters. These drivers need to pit for wets. Otherwise, they are losing a lot of time. And it's going to be very difficult for them to control their car. Alex Morar goes side by side with Simbo. Well, it's no match. No match. Alex Morar takes the third place. Jabarka and RS. And we have a yellow flag in Sector 1. Jabarka sends it to the inside. They make contact. Still some argy-bargy between them. Ooh, he did nicely here to avoid the wall. And Jabarka is now the leader of the race. But for how long? Alex Morar is now in third place and catching up big time to RS. In my humble opinion, I think RS made a big mistake by not pitting to change to wets. Because as you can see now, it's very obvious that the wets are the most ideal tires. 2 seconds. Only 2. Alex Morar was able to catch up to him. 2 seconds and only 1 sector. This is a proof that the wets are now the tires to go. Tedo was able to overtake his McLaren teammate Slimbo. Now Alex Morar finds himself only 2.5 seconds behind RS. Is RS gonna pit now, or is he gonna go till the end? I'm very curious to know. RS is playing a bet. RS is playing a bet. RS staying out. A very easy overtake for Alex Morar, who is now second, and his next target is going to be Jabarka. Same thing for Joey. Joey, the teammate of RS, is gonna overtake him. It's gonna be a pretty easy move for him to make. Yep, it is. It is. Now, Alex Morar is less than a second behind the leader, Jabarka. Jabarka struggling a lot with the inters. He did nice here to avoid it. He overtakes him. They make some contact. And Alex Morar is now winning the race. Once again, he is being followed still by Joey. Joey is now 3/10 behind Alex Morar. 4/10. And now Gustav is getting closer to Jabarka. Tedo going side by side with RS. RS had a great opportunity wasted here. RS could have had a podium if he had pit to full wets. That's very unfortunate to him. And Gustav is now third. Ladies and gents, we are now lap 24. It's the Frenchman, Alex Morar, leading Formula 4 in PSGL. As you can see, RS is struggling a lot. I really suggest him to pit on wets. He's still out. It's his own choice. He is struggling a lot. That's very obvious. So to sum it up, it's Alex Morar leading the race in second place, 4/10, only behind it's Joey. Now it's down to 3/10. In third place, Gustav. In fourth place, Tedo. In fifth place, Jabarka. Well, I can say something that probably Jabarka was able to control the intermediates better than RS. Yet, he is still losing time to LRB, who is on the wets. And in seventh place, we can find Firefox, followed by RS. RS wasted a potential win and a potential podium by staying out on the intermediates. In 9th place, Slimbo. In 10th place, Terror Racer. 11th, it's Latest. And 12th, last but not least, it's Luca. And LRB was finally able to overtake Jabarka. Eight laps remaining. And now, the drivers with the same tire compound are filtered. You can see the top 6 drivers are on the wets. From 7th to 9th are on the inters. Only Terror Racer is 10th with wets, and Terror Racer is going to be catching up to Slimbo. While the leader is Alex Morar. And as you can see, Jabarka finally went to the pits and he went on the wets. And the fight for P1 is still here. It's Alex Morar and Joey. The track is still soaking wet. And the wet tires are still the best option. Ooh, Joey went in too deep. He lost some time. Alex Morar had the better exit and another wheel spin for Joey. Yellow flag sector 2, who is that? Looks, this is an orange car of Slimbo. What has happened to Slimbo? I think, well, if my eyes are still working correctly, I think he has front wing damage. Slimbo, it's a tough job for him to carry on with the intermediates. Moving on back to the battle for P1, the battle for the victory of the race. Still Alex Morar and Joey. For how long is Alex Morar gonna still fend off the attacks of Joey? Seven laps have gone so far. And Jabarka is now in 9th place. In only one corner, he was able to gain that many seconds, and Slimbo went to the pits. It's going to be a nose change. Is it? Yes, it is. And what? Slimbo is still on intermediates. Why? Track is not drying. That's a blunt move from him. And I don't get it why Aris decided to stay on the intermediates. Moving back to the fight for P1. It's still Alex Morar and Joey. Joey had some wheel spin. And Joey goes to the pits. Joey goes to the pits. Is it what I think it is? Is he gonna try to undercut Alex Morar? Is the circuit drying out? Is it drying out? Let's take a look. It seems the circuit has started to dry out in some of the places. Well, there are still puddles, but on the racing line, it's slightly starting to dry out. And I think that the Inters might be a good option, but too late to pit now for Inters. I don't know. It's a big bet by Joey. Let's see how he's doing. And what just happened to LRB? LRB made contact with Firefox. And let's take a look at how is Joey doing with the intermediates. Yes, yes, yes. The rain has started to calm down. While there are still some puddles of water, the surface is drying out, and it seems that the intermediates are going to be the best option. But it's too late to go to the pits now. I mean, only 4 laps remaining. What are you going to be able to do with 4 laps to go? It's going to be a mission impossible for Joey to overtake everyone in these 4 laps, or is he? Wow. Wow, Joey is catching up. Joey is catching up big time to LRB. Unless LRB has damage. As Alex Morar has just started lap 29. Yes, it seems LRB has damage. LRB goes to the pits. Wow. Joey is flying by. He gained 3/10 to Firefox only on the main straight. Only on the main straight, 3/10. So yes, it seems that the intermediates are the best option at the moment, as he makes a slight contact to the wall. Is he going to be able to overtake Alex Morar till the end? 3 laps to go. Wow, this race is keeping us on the edge of our seats. Thank you, Jordi. Yes, it is late for the Inters. Luca has just received a 5-second worth of penalty for cutting a corner. Well, the only 2 drivers not to get penalty, well, the only 2 drivers who are still carrying on and not to get any penalties are Alex Morar and Slimbo. And now Joey is 5th. He's getting superbly close to Firefox. Firefox is going to be struggling now. Did he make contact? Did he make contact to the wall, or is it just my illusion? Tedo goes to the pits. It's too late for Tedo now. Tedo's gonna be going on intermediates. As Joey's next target is going to be Firefox. Only 2 laps to go. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the penalties. Joey has 3 seconds worth of penalty. So if Joey wants to win the race, he needs to be 3 seconds ahead of Alex Morar. Oh, Firefox makes contact to the wall. Joey tells him, thank you very much, and he takes the 3rd place. Wow, wow, wow. We are thrilled. We are excited. Who is going to win the race tonight? Is it going to be Alex Morar, or is Joey going to be able to catch up to him? Joey now has a 10-second gap between him and Gustav. He needs to make up 10 seconds. And then he needs to make up 4.6 seconds to Alex Morar. And he needs to stay how many seconds? Let's take a look again. 3 seconds ahead of Alex Morar if he wants to win the race. Some wheel spin from Joey. Going back to P6. Tedo is only 4/10 behind Ares. Oh, whoa. Joey receives another set of 3-second penalty. And Jabarka is out of the race. Jabarka is out of the race. Only 10 drivers remaining. Is this gonna force a safety car? As ladies and gents, it's Alex Morar starting the last lap of the race. Yellow flag sector 2 and sector 3. Who's gonna clean the debris? Alex Morar. Take a look at the throttle indicator. He's very, very careful with the throttle. Alex Morar is driving the drive of his years in Formula 4 PSGL. Tedo and Ares. Ares with old inters. Ares tries to defend himself from Tedo. Firefox goes to the pits. It's a bit too late now. And Joey is now only 1.6 seconds behind Gustav. That is a wonderful race from Joey. I think he cut the corner slightly here. Slimbo receives another set of 3-second penalty, and Joey sends it to the inside, and now he is second. He has 5.5 seconds now to close up if he wants to win the race, plus additional 6 seconds because he has penalties. As Alex Morar, brilliant drive from him today. Currently in sector 3. Going on the last corner of the race. Ladies and gents, it's Alex Morar who wins in Singapore. C'est une victoire pour Alex Morar. Vive la France! The French supporters in the chats are going crazy. They are all thrilled for the victory of Alex Morar from the CFFR team. That's a wonderful result. It's a 2 back-to-back wins for the French driver. Amazing performance throughout the whole race. And it's Joey. Joey had a wonderful strategy in mind. If it was only 1 or 2 more laps, Joey would have gotten the lead of the race. Big brain for Joey. He wins the Smart Strategy Award. And in 3rd place, it's Gustav. Tedo in 4th place. LRB in 5th place. In 6th, Ares. Terror Racer in 7th. Latus in 8th. Firefox in 9th. Last but not least, it's Slimbo crossing the finish line now. Thank you, Jordi. And it's Joey, the driver of the day. Well, indeed. His smart strategy gave him this title. And now it's champagne showers in Singapore for Alex Morar, Joey, and the AlphaTauri driver. Here is the final unofficial standing of tonight's race. Taking a look at the chats, we have a lot of baguette, we have a lot of French flags, we have a lot of wine and cheese. Well, I'm a fan of wine. Here is the unofficial results of tonight's race, because the stewards might have another say. It's Alex Morar from France who wins the Singapore Grand Prix. In 2nd place, Joey. Gustav in 3rd. Tedo in 4th place. LRB in 5th. Ares in 6th. In 7th place, Terror Racer, followed by Latus in 8th. Firefox in 9th. Slimbo in 10th. The other drivers, unfortunately, were not able to finish their races. This is it, ladies and gents, for tonight's race. It's time for the Marseillaise. The French supporters are already singing the French national anthem. Enfant de la patrie. In the chats. They have been adorable throughout this racing day. I would like to thank you so much for watching this race throughout till the end. And small note, I don't usually commentate in Formula 4. I am a Formula 10 commentator. However, the Formula 4 commentators were busy today. That's why I took over. I commentate in a few other leagues. You can find me. My Twitter is in the description. It's at Salim_Haddad12. At the end of the day, I would like to thank you so much for being here throughout the day. Sorry if I annoyed you with my voice. I hope you enjoyed every single second of the stream. I wish you a wonderful night. I hope to see you again, hopefully someday. But mostly, it's going to be on Sunday nights in PSGL. This is Salim Haddad from Lebanon, signing off. Goodbye.